Processors exists in any multifunction device, and it acts like the brain of the device. However, when we mention processor, we often refers to the CPU, or the central processing unit. The CPU is responsible for processing all the data that comes from and goes to the other parts of the device. In smartphones, this concept is a bit different. In smartphones, when we say processor, we actually refers to the SoC, or the system on chip. Also recently, Qualcomm started to refer to SoCs as mobile platform. The SoC is one chipset. It has the CPU, the GPU, the RAM, and even the modem in the recent models. The GPU is the graphics processing unit. It's responsible for processing the visuals and the images your screen displays. The RAM is the random access memory. It's the memory where the data of the application is stored temporarily. And finally, the modem, which is the chipset that's responsible for all kinds of communications, like phone calls, 4G data, Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. The SoC might have more chipsets, like the ISP or the image signal processor. Usually the performance of a mobile processor or an SoC is not only judged by its CPU, but the GPU as well. So high-end SoCs has a powerful CPU as well as a powerful GPU. So back to the question of the video. Why octa-core processors are not always better than the quad-core processors? And the terms quad or octa refers to the number of cores in the CPU. Octa means 8 and quad means 4 in Latin. To answer this question, let's take two SoCs from one of the biggest SoC makers, Qualcomm. We have the Snapdragon 625, which is a mid-range processor, and the Snapdragon 821, which was Qualcomm's flagship SoC in 2016. The Snapdragon 625 has an octa-core CPU. The 8 cores uses the Cortex A53 architecture. Cortex A53 are a power-efficient cores. On the other hand, the Snapdragon 821 has a quad-core CPU with 4 Cryo cores. Cryo cores designed by Qualcomm, and it's high-performance cores. So only 4 cores of the Snapdragon 821 can beat the 8 cores of the Snapdragon 625, simply because it's more powerful cores, with higher clock speeds and more horsepower. Not only that, the Snapdragon 821 has more powerful GPU and faster RAM, which helps to give better performance with graphic-intensive applications like games. All in all, it's not the core count that defines how powerful a processor can be. What matters most is which type of cores and how powerful the GPU is as well. So octa-core CPU is not always better than the quad-core CPU. Like this video if you find it useful, and if it's your first time to see my videos, click the Nexus Zone icon right here to subscribe, and ring the bell icon to get notifications when new videos are up. This was Ahmed Al-Alfi. Salam.